Overview of Matplotlib and its component. Matplotlib is a powerful library for creating static, animated, and interactive plot in Python. It provides a wide variety of plotting function for different type of visualizations. A figure in Matplotlib is the overall window or page where the plot resides. It can contain one or more axis subplot. A figure in Matplotlib is the overall window or page where the plot resides. It can contain one or more axis subplot. You can think of the figure as the canvas where all the plots are drawn. Axis represent a single plot or chart within the figure. Each axis object has its own coordinate system. An axis can contain elements like titles, labels, and grid lines. An axis represents a single plot or chart within the figure. Each axis object has its own coordinate system. An axis can contain elements like titles, labels, and grid lines. The plot refers to the actual graphical representation of the data. It is drawn on the axis using different plot type like bars, lines, or scatters. A plot is the a plot is the visual representation that is created using Matplotlib functions. To create a plot, you typically first create a figure object. Then you create one or more axes within the figure. Finally, you plot your data on the axis using Matplotlib function like plot. Create a figure using plt.figure, add axis using plt.addAxis or plt.subplot, plot data using xplot, xscatter, customize the plot with titles, labels, and legends, display the plot using plt.show. Line plot are used to display data point connected by straight line. They are ideal for showing trend over time or continuous data. Line plots are used to display data point connected by a straight line. They are ideal for showing trend over time or continuous data. To create a simple line plot, you use plt.plot. Example plt.plot x comma y. X represent the data for the axis. X represent the data for the x-axis and y represent the data for the y-axis. Python import matplotlib.pyplot as plt x is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, y is equal to 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, plt.plot x, y, plt.show, display the plot. You can customize line style, color, and makers. Example plt.plot x, y, line style, color, and markers. ये हमारे सब plots हैं and labels भी है. This will create a red dash line with circular marker. You can add title, axis label, and grid. Example plt.title my line plot, plt.x label, plt.y label. To plot multiple line on the same plot, you can call plt.plot multiple times. To plot multiple lines on the same plot, you can call multi.plot multiple times. Each call with plot a new line on the same figure. Example plt.plot x1, y1 label is equal to line 1. plt.plot x2, y2 label line 2. Customizing your plot enhance readability and provide context for your audience. Matplotlib allow you to add labels, titles, and legend to improve the clarity of the plot. Use plt.title to add a title to the plot. Example plt.title may customize plot. TLT title help explain the context or message of the plot. Use plt.x label to add label x-axis. Use plt.y label to add a label to the y-axis. Example plt x label x-axis label, plt y label axis label. Axis label provide information about the variable being plotted. Legends are used to identify different data series in plot. Use plt.legends to add a legend. Example plt.plot x, y label data line 1 and the label parameter defines the legend entry. Legends are used to identify different data series in power plot. Use plt.legend to add a legend. Example plt.plot x, y label is equal to data lines. The label parameter defines the legend entry. You can customize title and labels by adjusting font size, color, and alignment. Example: plt.title dot title font size is equal to 14, color is equal to blue, and HA is equal to center. Adjusting these properties help make the plot more aesthetically appealing. You can customize title and labels by adjusting font size, color, and alignment. Example: plt.title plot title font size, color blue, HA is equal to center. Adjusting these properties help make the plot more aesthetically appealing. Legends can be placed in different locations within plot. Use the log parameter in plt.legend to specify the position. Example: plt.legend और log function में हम लिखते हैं upper left. Common position include upper left, upper right, lower left, upper right. Customizing line style make markers and colors. Customizing line style, markers, and color help to make your plot more visually appealing. It also makes it easier to differentiate between multiple lines or datasets. Line style line style define how the line in the plot appears. Use the line style parameter to change the style of the line. Common line style include hash for solid line, double hash for dash line, hash dot for dash line, and dotted line. ठीक है? Colon for dotted line. Example line style. Example line style. Example line style. Example line style. Import matplotlib.pyplot x is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or y is equal to 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. plt.plot x, y line style is equal to double score dash line or plt.show. Customizing markers. Markers are symbol placed on data point in the plot. Use the marker parameter to change the shape of the markers. Common markers include for circle, for triangle, for square, for star, for point. Example for marker: plt.plot x, y marker is equal to O for circular marks, circle marks. Marker plt.show. Customizing colors. You can specify the color of the line and markers using the color parameter. Color can be specified by name: red, blue, green, or by hexadecimal code. Example: plt.plot x, y or color is equal to red. Python code: plt.plot x, y color is equal to blue. Blue line plt.show. You can combine line style, markers, and color in one plot. Example: plt.plot x, y line style is equal to dash markers O or color green. This creates solid green line with circular markers. Plotting multiple lines in one plot allow for easy comparison of different data series. Matplotlib Matplotlib make it simple to add multiple lines by calling plt.plot multiple times. plt.plot multiple lines. To plot multiple lines, simply call plt.plot for each data series. Each line can be customized with different style, markers, and colors. plt.plot x1, y1 label line 1. plt.plot s2, y2 label line 2. Import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. X is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Y1 is equal to 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. Y2 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. plt.plot x, y1 label is equal to line 1. plt.plot x, y2 label is equal to line 2. plt.legend add legend to identify the lines plt should show. Customizing multiple lines. You can customize each line separately by specifying different line style, markers, and colors. Example: plt.plot x, y1 line style is equal to double score marker O color blue. Each line can also have different label for the legends. plt.plot x, y1 line style is equal to underscore markers is equal to O, color is equal to blue, label is equal to sign. plt.plot x, y2 line style, markers, color red, label line 2. plt.legend show label plt.show. Advantages of multiple lines in one plot. Advantages of multiple line in one plot: help to compare trend relationship or relation between different datasets, save space and makes it easier to analyze patterns across multiple series. Help to compare trends, relationships, or variation between different datasets, save space and makes it easier to analyze patterns across multiple series. Grids help to visualize data trend and relationship more easily. Access can be customized to improve the plot readability and clarity. To add grid, use the plt.grid function. By default, grid will be added to both x and y axis. You can control the grid style, color, and line with using parameters. Example: adding grid. Import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. X is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y is equal to 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. plt.plot x, y. plt.grid true. Add grid line. plt.show. Axis can be customized to improve plot readability. You can adjust limit, labels, and ticks on both x and y axis. To set the limit for the axis, use plt.xlim and plt.ylim. plt.xlim और 0,10, plt.ylim 0,30 to limit the x-axis to 0 से लेके 10 तक and y-axis to 0 से लेके 30 तक. plt.plot x, y, plt.xlim 0 से 10 तक और plt.ylim 0 से लेके 30 तक. plt.show customizing axis limit. Customizing axis label. You can label your axis with plt.x label and plt.y label. Example: plt.x label x axis label and plt.y label y axis label. Example: customizing axis label: plt.plot x, y, plt x label x axis label for x axis, plt.y label y axis label for y axis, plt.show. You can customize the ticks on the axis using plt.x ticks and plt.y ticks. For example, use plt x ticks 1, 2, 3, 4 to set specific ticks position. plt.plot, plt.x ticks, plt.y ticks for customizing custom ticks on y axis. plt.show. Scatter plot. अब scatter plot क्या है? A scatter plot basics. A scatter plot is used to visualize the relationship between two continuous variables. A scatter plot is used to visualize the relationship between two continuous variables. Each point represents a pair of values x, y from the dataset, used to identify trends, pattern, and outlier in the data. A scatter plot is used to visualize the relationship between two continuous variables. Each point represents a pair of values x, y from the datasets, used to identify trends, pattern, and outlier in datasets. A scatter plot is used to visualize the relationship between two continuous variables. Each point represents a pair of values x, y from the dataset, used to identify trends and patterns and outliers in the data. To create a basic scatter plot, use plt.scatter function. The first argument in the x-axis data and the second argument is the y-axis data. The first argument is the x-axis data and second argument is the y-axis data. For example, import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. X is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y is equal to 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. plt.scatter is equal to x, y. Create scatter plot. plt.show. तो इसमें हमने क्या किया? plt.scatter. स्कैटर क्या है? फंक्शन है जो plt है pyplot में है, तो हम plt.scatter यूज कर रहे हैं. plt.scatter और x, y लिख रहे हैं. तो plt.show customizing scatter plot. You can customize the appearance of the point in the scatter plot. Customize markers, colors, size and more using parameters. तो हमें क्या सीखना है? हमें यहाँ पे स्कैटर प्लॉट सीखना है, स्कैटर प्लॉट सीखना है, स्कैटर प्लॉट के सब पैरामीटर सीखना है, स्कैटर प्लॉट सीखना है, उसके सपोर्ट पैरामीटर सीखना है, स्कैटर प्लॉट और उसके सपोर्ट पैरामीटर. स्कैटर प्लॉट और उनके सपोर्ट पैरामीटर को क्यों यूज किया जाता है? हम स्कैटर प्लॉट्स को यूज करते हैं To create a basic scatter plot, use the plt.scatter function. The first argument is the x-axis data and the second argument is the y-axis data. You can customize the appearance of the point in the scatter plot, customize markers, colors, size, and more using parameters. Change marker style with marker parameter ox plus. Example, plt.scatter x comma y marker is equal to x for x shape marker, for x shape marker, for x shape marker, for x shape marker, for x shape marker. You can set the color of the point with the C parameter. Example, plt.scatter, and you can x comma y C is equal to red for color or point or red. Plt.scatter x comma y marker is equal to x and C is equal to red. Custom marker and colors. Plt.show. Customizing point style and colors can improve the readability and aesthetic of your scatter plot. Matplotlib provide a variety of options for modifying markers and colors. Use the markers parameter to change the style of the point in the scatter plot. Common markers style include O, circle, X, cross, plus, and triangle. Period scatter X, Y marker is equal to for triangle markers. Period show. Use the C parameter to change the color of the points. You can specify a single color for all points or an array to color each point individually. Use the C parameter to change the color of the point. You can specify a single color for all point or an array to color each point individually. plt.scatter x, y is equal to green, all point is green. Matplotlib supports color map which can assign color based on values in your data. Use the C parameter with a data array and the C map parameter to choose a color map. Choose color map. Import numpy. Import numpy as np. Input num that numpy array 1 2 3 4 5 additional data for color mapping. Scatter s comma y c is equal to z, c is equal to z, and c map is equal to viridis color based on z values. Plotting with different size and shape of points. Matplotlib allows you to vary both the size and shape of the point in the scatter plot. Customizing point size and shape can help highlighting patterns in data. Matplotlib allow you to vary both the size and shape of point in scatter plot. Customizing the point size and shape can help to highlight pattern data. Plotting with different size and shape for point. Matplotlib allow you to vary both the size and shape of point in scatter plot. Customizing point size and shape can help highlight patterns in data. Use the S parameter to adjust the size of each point in the scatter plot. The size can be single value for all point or an array of individual point size. For example, size equal to 20, 50, 80, 200 and 500, different size of each point. plt dot scatter x comma y s is equal to sizes. plt dot show. Use the markers parameter to change the shape of point in the scatter plot. Available shape include O, circle, S for square, or triangle for star, and other. plt dot scatter x comma y markers square matter. You can combine different size and shape for individual point. For example, use array for both S and marker to customize each point. Markers is equal to markers, different markers for each point. Size 20, 50, 80, 200, 500. Different size, different size, different size for each point. for I in range length x, PLT dot scatter x comma I y comma I on marker result markers I and size I. PLT dot show rating bar plot, rating bar plot, ठीक है।